Hey everybody, Mr. Lawrence here. This is the Piano Adventure series by Nancy and Randall Faber, Level 2B, lesson book, page 20 and maybe 21 if I can get there in quick enough time. Okay, I don't want to make too long of a video. This page, sorry for moving my video around like that. Hey, this page is about the C major scale. Now, you've already learned the first 5 pitches, or tones, or keys, or notes for the C major scale. C, D, E, F, G. Well, that's 5, and if we just keep going, it's just adding 3 more. Okay, now you've already had these notes, but we just haven't designated it yet as, until now, the C major scale. So from C, playing every key in between, C to the other C, except for the black keys, okay? That's the C major scale. Now this is built on a pattern. And that pattern is, starting on C, we go a whole step. From D to E is another whole step. From E to F is a half step. If you can get this in your head, whole, half. What's a F to G? That's another whole step. G to A is a whole step. A to B is a whole step. And then B to C is a half step. So the pattern for a major scale, whole, half, whole, half. So 2 wholes and a half, and then 3 wholes and a half. And that is the my goodness, the major scale pattern. Okay, so when we start on C, you see that here, going through all that, okay? You could start on any key, and then as you move with this pattern, whole, half, whole, half, then you have played the major scale in that particular key. So if I started on F, and I went up in a certain pattern, as in whole, half, whole, half, you would be playing the F major scale, okay? So this whole page, along with this page, is talking about the C major scale. Now this here is reminding us that in this case, in the key of C major scale, the C is the tonic, the G is the dominant. We learned that in book 2A, level 2A, okay? The 6th tone, it just describes that. It's just 1 step above the dominant. The B is the leading tone because it leads us. It's the 7th tone, also called the leading tone. It leads us or pulls us back to the tonic, in this case, C, okay? This right here, notice that shift, 2nd finger from the 5th. Watch, if we go C, D, E, F, G, 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 A, B, 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 C. Okay, so there's that shift from the 5th finger on G to the 2nd finger on G, as it says right there, okay? This is good practice. This is intended for you to practice this little exercise right here several times. Get used to moving and shifting like this kind of stuff right here, okay? And then down here, this is another great exercise because we go C, D, E, and then thumb under to the F. And then when you put your thumb on F, that ends up putting our 5th finger on C. Same thing here. Continues with the thumb on F, and then cross over your 3rd to the 1, 2, to the 2, to the 2, that sounds funny, and then to the 1. Okay, now what does all that mean? Well, this is what I'm talking about. It goes 1, 2, 3, and then cross your thumb under. Did you see that? My thumb has ninja skills. See how it disappears? You don't see it over here because it crosses under. Okay, so when that thumb crosses under, it hides for a moment, and then it appears, and then we cross back over with the 3rd on E, coming back down. So I went up to the C, and then back down to the F, cross over with the 3rd, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, okay? And that's what it's talking about right here. What I just played was that right there. Okay? Thumb crosses under. Well, I shouldn't say crosses under, but then over here it crosses over. All right, remember that thumb hides for a moment in that simple motion. Okay, now I just did that from right here. I was reading those keys right there. All right, I went from C all the way up to C, doing this thumb under onto F, and then back down, thumb on F again, and down over, okay? Now with the left hand, you see that C, B, A, and then it says thumb under, and then it's going to go to the G, and then that places your fifth finger on the low C, G, and then cross back over to the A, the B, the C, okay? Here's what it looks like. So we go C, B, A, make the thumb disappear. See there? It's not much movement. And then the thumb goes to the G, right there. And then there's that low C that's in the music. And then the thumb. Hide this thumb with the third finger. See, it's not hard movement. Oops. Now, here's on page 21, this movement here. Okay, I'm gonna play that right now. This is a long video. Did you see that? Did you see that movement? Okay, going from the thumb, then crossing over to finish out the whole scale. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Okay? That's all I'm going to cover on these 2 pages. You can practice that. Obviously, you should be practicing everything that is shown. Just take your time with it. It takes a long time for some to get used to that little thumb movement, okay? But you just, here again, you're just tucking it under. See there? Okay, or with the left hand, once again, just from a little closer angle. You can even practice that. Okay? Now, I have noticed in the past that when students do that, they always want to their elbow always goes out away from the body. Don't do that. Just stretch your fingers. Work those muscles in your hands. That's what they're there for. Okay? Don't make it complicated. I'm going to sign off for now because this is a long video. Talk to you later.